had to go ahead and react to this one. Shout out to all the brothers that was on the live scoring, live commentary, no footage with us earlier. We did the whole card, and it wasn't a scintillating card. And the best fight on the card, supposedly, in my opinion, supposed to be Javier Fortuna versus Adrian Granados. And it ended with Javier Fortuna getting on the stretcher. We back. It's the Boxing Clinic of more one time for the one time. It's your boy CJ Goodfella. Back talking some real trill boxing talk, man. I definitely appreciate everybody that chimed in with us earlier, that watched the videos. Know that we do more than boxing. That's helping us push to get more subscribers. Sharing the videos on social media. I appreciate it. But Javier Fortuna, a.k.a. Dougie Fresh, in my opinion, was beaten. He was beating the crap out of Adrian Granados 2-1. And, you know, in the fourth round, something I've never seen before. You know, the ref was warning Javier Fortuna about holding and hitting behind the head in the first 2 rounds. And in the fourth round, he ended up taking 2 points away from Javier Fortuna. Now, I think after 4 rounds, if anything happens as far as falling out the ring or injured or cuts, it goes to the scorecards. But I think if it's 4th round and under, I believe it is that it goes to no contest. So Javier Fortuna was aware of that rule. And you could tell by his demeanor, because he knew that they was trying to, you know, F him on the cards like they do in Texas. They favor the Hispanic fighter. And even if the Hispanic fighter ain't from there, they favor that Mexican-style fighter. And it's no different from any other Texas fight we've seen with a fighter that's versus a Hispanic fighter. May have been, Chavez Sr. versus Pernell Whitaker on the highest of high levels. Maybe it'd be Juan Baby Bull Diaz got a decision over Paula Malignaggi. May have been Trout, getting tricked on or played on the scorecards by Canelo Alvarez. That was in Texas. I mean, it's a long list of that. And Javier Fortuna, he was on game about it. He knew what he was heading into. When they took that 2 points away, he started to get back on fire and knew they was trying to, rob him. He went for broke and started tagging for Granados again. And then they got into a mix-up. And Granados, fell out the ring and was like a little camera box right there, like his head missed it. But he fell right into the cameraman's lap, and the cameraman had equipment in his lap. And it looked like he might have hit his head on the cameraman's equipment, or might have hit his hands on the chair or whatever, or hurt his neck, because he did fall out the ring pretty hard. And most people, we said on the commentary that we thought he was just, he just played it off because he knew what that type of tip they was on in Texas, and he knew his history. And I don't condone that type of stuff as far as quitting and trying to find an easy way out. And for all my boxing heads, you remember when Kermit Citron and Paul Williams fought. When Citron fell out the ring, he did the same thing. And he was catching Paul Williams, but he knew he couldn't hang with that animal at Paul Williams at the time, So then, Granados, Granados is looking all stupid. But at the end of the day, he was getting his ass whooped, man. Javier Fortuna was putting that stank on him. He was putting hot sauce on his face. Granados' face was red as a Heinz ketchup bottle. Because Granados, he came out stupid. He came out trying to jab, and Fortuna was just tagging him, jumping in, tagging him. He was supposed to be the smaller guy. And then Granados started using his jab a little bit, and then Fortuna was just fighting in spurts. And again, he was just coming up with the uppercut, with speed and power. And he was beating Granados. He was looking like he was the boss, and Granados was physically bigger. I think he outweighed Fortuna by 4 pounds, but Fortuna athletic ability and awkward style gave Granados all he wants. This was supposed to be Granados' coming out party versus a smaller Fortuna. It wasn't a catch weight. It was at 140. He ain't fought there in a minute. He fought Sean Porter and Broner. He's supposed to be happy to be back down at 140 and be a player there. And it turned out he wasn't the player there. It turned out that Javier Fortuna looked like he might end up, beating Granados, but we know he's a front runner. He gonna jog to the finish line, but he had already put 2 rounds in the bank, and he seen that 1 round advantage. So I gave it the third to Granados. He's saying that advantage raced in 1 round, and the referee docked him for 2 points, quick, faster than a hurry. And the first time the ref docked Javier Fortuna, he didn't even do it the right way. He was supposed to stop action or pause action, put Granados in the corner, and dock him. This dude just backed Granados up 3 footsteps, docked Javier Fortuna, didn't put him in the middle of the ring, didn't hold his arm, just told him. That ref was whack, dog. That ref was paid off, or he didn't know what he was doing, but you get that when you come into Texas. And Fortuna knew, and that's why Fortuna played it off like that. Even if he was or wasn't hurt, he did the right thing. Fortuna absolutely did the right thing. and because at the end of the day, they was gonna rob him. He was gonna get disqualified and get a loss on his record. And he fought a good fight. And they knew Adrian Granados was probably gonna get whooped by this guy. He was supposed to go in there and dog walk Javier Fortuna, leave no doubt, and say I'm back at 140 and try to get in the running and back in WBC rankings and try to get in the running for a Jose Ramirez fight. But it didn't happen, you know. But hey, you know, hopefully they could do a rematch. And I'm pretty sure Javier Fortuna is not coming back to Texas after what happened tonight. And it was supposed to be the best fight of the night, but it ended up not being because of this situation, because of that ref. The ref definitely was the star of this fight. And Granados couldn't say nothing stupid after the fight. At the end of the day, you was getting whooped on, and everybody knew, and the ref saved you. And you can't say that Fortuna did anything wrong, because at the end of the day, Fortuna already knew what was going on. He knew around. He knew it was going to go to a no contest. Y'all could do a rematch somewhere else. But at the end of the day, Granados got to be mad at himself because he started off sloppy, lackadaisical, and he didn't do what he was supposed to do. Stop using the jab. He was trying to scrap with Fortuna, and Fortuna was doing the same thing he did Robert Easter Jr., was chin checking him. So I think it's time for something, you know, a lot of fans to put some respect on Fortuna's name, because maybe Fortuna, when he got beat by Jason Sosa, what was that, 130 pounds, maybe Fortuna was just weight drain, man, because Fortuna didn't look, you know, weak or slow or sluggish or fat at 140 tonight. You know, he looked like he a real deal, man. He might be in the running for a Garcia or Broner type of fight in the near future. I think Fortuna, you know, we might have underestimated him because he lost. But let me know what y'all feel, man. It's TBC and more. Appreciate it if you guys do subscribe if you haven't. And enjoy the content. We do more than boxing. That's why it's called the Boxing Clinic and more. And, you know, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. The username or links are right in the description. And I definitely appreciate everybody for rocking out with us, man. I'm about to head over to Colossal Sports TV and do a live stream. You can go over there, Colossal Sports TV. Y'all know what it is, one time for the one time. Dallas, Texas. Enjoy it tonight. We gone.